Okay, so I've been staring at this and I'm trying to think what else we need to add. To be able to hit those poses, we need to be able to twist it. We need to be able to puff up its chest. And we need to be able to bend the legs. And I'm only really concerned about this one side for now. Like, whatever I do on one side, I'll do it on the other. But I'm kind of liking this effect I have right now. I'm going to get rid of this control because that was just a actually I did attach that to the soft mod, so okay, we'll leave that be. And then I'm going to turn off the envelope of this soft mod. And I'm going to add another soft mod to the top up here, but this time I need to make sure I have both these pieces of geometry selected so that they'll both be affected equally. So, see if I can get this to look nice at the top. Actually, let me select a portion of these geometries. There I go. See, I didn't deactivate my soft mod tool, so I'm creating soft mods like everywhere I click right now. So that's really annoying. So I'm just going to undo until I can't undo anymore. Okay. I want it to be centered. I'm going to pick a selection so it will center itself on that selection. And I think right there is probably good. I'll click soft mod and it's going to affect that area. And then what I can do is if I select both these meshes and go to the window, relationship editors, deformer sets, I'm going to select this soft mod 2. And I'm going to add both of these pieces of geometry to it. Okay, so I deselected them. I made sure they were both deselected first, and then I added them back in. And that should make it so that the entire mesh can be affected by this soft mod. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to paint weights on it to limit its influence. Yes, otherwise it would have only affected the vertices that I had selected when I created it. So I just use the original vertices to control where the location it's created at. So let me select this soft mod. Need to turn off my meshes. Okay, so there's my soft mod. You can see that it's not really affecting things quite like I think it should. So that might be a problem. So let's switch back to our soft mod tool for now. Well, I should be able to get to that. Yeah, there we go. So I just need to increase that size dramatically. Okay. And I'll affect its scale. That's probably a little much. Probably increase it by 1.5 is the maximum. And then again, I want to go in and I want to affect only a certain area of the mesh. Now the tricky part here is going to be making this strip material match this in the weighting. And if I don't, then they're going to separate from each other, which they kind of are already. So, but anyway, I'm going to right click on the mesh, go to Paint, Soft Mod, and Soft Mod 2. Okay, so right now it's being affected by everything. I'm going to click on my paint, double click on my Paint Weights tool to get the tool settings. I'm going to click Replace. I'm going to set a value of 0 and then flood it. And then I'm just going to add influence back in. It's just what I feel like doing today. I can't remember what I did the other day, but set this to a value of 1. I know at least in this area, in the center, I want it to be affected 100%. And on through the back, I probably don't want it to be affected as much, so I probably should turn that down before I roll over to the back. Say 0.25, and then the back gets affected a little bit because I want it to appear like I would also like to be able to use this to simulate breathing if he was going to breathe hard. Okay, so that looks pretty bad, but again, we'll smooth it and see what kind of effect we get out of it. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my channel box. Select my soft mod. I'm going to scale it. See if I can't get something that looks a little bit like breathing. Okay, so again, I'm just using my mouse to try to simulate that, but I probably don't want to scale it in all 3 axes. Probably, let's see, let's try just using Z and Y. See what that effect that gives me. I am getting a pretty nice, like, deflated sack look from this one. That's good. Be able to use that in another pose. If I scale it in Z only, I can deflate it quite a bit. Okay, so I think that's going to be good for now. I'd want to tweak that more, obviously, before I considered it finished. But I do like how that's working. Okay, so we'll leave that how it is, and then we got to work on this. We got to work on painting this the way it's on this thing. So if we go to the soft mod, we're going to scale this up again, and we want to make sure that the weighting matches on this piece here. And so we need to, well, basically we just need to adjust it. So with it, I'll right click on it, go to Paint, Soft Mod 2 Weights. Okay, there it is. And we go to my tool settings. I'm going to go to Scale,